Hello and a very warm welcome to yet another episode of the We Talk Talent series. We Talk Talent series is a special initiative curated by the Economic Times ETHRWorld to unveil the latest trends surrounding the human capital management space. And I'm very delighted to welcome today's guest with us, Aziz Kasem Mazumder, Head Talent Acquisition, Subex. Welcome, Aziz.
Thanks a lot, Priya.
So, with that, I would like to give you a brief introduction about Aziz. Aziz comes with more than 8 years of deep experience in talent acquisition practices, enabling businesses' growth and profitability. He is currently heading global talent acquisition for Subex with key strength areas including talent acquisition, talent pipeline planning, sourcing strategy, diversity hiring, campus and leadership hiring, candidate experience, employer branding, talent acquisition transformation, and automation, with strong leadership acumen to deliver high volume and critical hiring assignments, leading large teams, and enabling innovation hiring strategy. He has proven experience in scaling up from scratch of digital functions for artificial intelligence, machine learning, and cybersecurity domain. So, Aziz, with your kind of experience and your expertise in the domain of talent acquisition and hiring, I would like to straight jump into my first question and ask you, according to you and your industry demands, what type of skills shortage do you think is causing the talent war?
Oh, it's absolutely, Priya. We are in a time where we are seeing that how critical this talent acquisition domain is suddenly, right? And every company you go and you will at least you will hear about talent acquisition story for last 2 3 years, what they are going through and what is happening. We need to understand that why it is happening, right? The first of all, that we are going through industry revolution 4.0, right? Which gives you that IoT, cutting edge technologies like edge computing, cloud computing, um, 5G, which is an evolution now in the telecom sector, right? So with this, there are a lot of things are happening in industry wise for digital transformation, right? And also we need to note that digital transformation phase which we are going through, that is a little earlier than expected. Thanks to COVID, it's all happened a little earlier than scheduled time. Now, again, thanks to COVID, every sector has become technology company to scale exponentially, reach out to their newer market and wide customer base. So, what they're doing exactly to cater their need of digital transformation, every management of the company in any sector, they have given a target to go digital, right? For that, you need engineers. And which kind of engineers you need? To give you an example, is that backend developer, front-end developer, full stack developer, ML engineers, data scientists, big data developers, so on and so forth. The fundamental problem of that market is that you need skilled engineers to accomplish this task. And you have that limited pool of skilled engineers in India. Due to our education systems are like that all that newer technologies which has not been introduced to their academics, or whichever has been introduced, these are all theoretical, not practical, right? So over the years, I know that will overcome that problem, but as of now, what we are going through is that there's a demand but supply is less. Quality supply is less. You have abundance of supply. The problem is that you need quality engineers, which is a challenge in the market, right? So all these industries, be it telecom, be it IT, be it other domain, which are not even technology company, but they have become certainly technology company due to COVID, they are behind to attract the same pool of quality talent. Hence, it is causing that talent shortage or talent war, whatever you want to tell them. But this is the main reason behind that. And in telecom sector, now that Prime Minister has recently inaugurated 5G for the country, okay, but the backwards work or, or or what we can say is that the work has been started long back, right? It's been 2.5 years or 3 years we are working for the 5G to establish in the country so that we can go for it. And the area is very niche and we do not have subject matter experts yet in this domain. So every company or every vendor in telecom, they are looking for a subject matter expert in 5G, okay, solution architect, product managers, and there's a challenge because we do not have such candidates, or we have a limited pools, and people are uh, all the companies are targeting that limited pools. That is the current shortage in our domain or telecom domain, I can say, Priya.
Yeah, thank you for sharing all those points. Digitization has surely shoot up the demands of technical skills a lot now.
Yeah.
With that, I would like to ask you, since you have already mentioned a few of the challenges that you are facing, and we would like to go a little deeper on those notes and ask you if you could share some of the most prominent challenges that you faced in talent acquisition and your strategies to overcome those, since a lot has been changed and how the industry is behaving post and pre-COVID is a lot different.
So, but there are multiple challenges. I mean, if your day-to-day work or end-to-end talent acquisitions comes with a lot of challenges. Every day you are going through with new challenges, but some of them are very particular for all talent acquisition leaders they go through. Attracting right talent, quick hiring, building a strong employer brand, building a strong recruitment process. Okay, talent shortage, whatever we are going through, how you overcome and how you ensure that the business is running fine. Okay, and positive candidate experience. Because of COVID, now you know that there's one more story which is going through for last couple of years, is that decline rate is high for every industry. So you need to create that positive candidate experience so that candidate prefers your company than whatever the offers he has. And secondly, a data driven requirement. Okay, this is extremely important because with all this data you take critical decisions, right? So in my mind, Priya, process change, I believe that you should not go through with the static process of recruitment in nowadays. Okay, you need to be dynamic. You need to be dynamic to change it, nurture it whenever it is required, tweak it a bit to get your optimized result, right? We have adopted cutting edge technologies which will provide you for your ATS, for interviewing tools, etc., just to shorten the time of recruiter so that they can focus to attract the right talent. Okay, the process wise or the gentle work of their that day-to-day time consuming work has been taken care with the technology. Now their focus is to attract the right talent. Okay, now while talent war in the place, we need to ensure that business as usual, right? You can't give that excuse that talent is not there or talents are declining and that's why you can't help the business. That's why you are here for. You need to help the business, right? So I believe recruitment function must work with these three goals in mind, right? First, absolutely velocity or speed. Okay. Second, how quickly you can onboard, right? um, Third is quality, right? Quality is focused to attract the right hire quality candidates so that you can save your bad hiring expenses, right? And third, you also need to ensure that cost. Why I'm saying cost is that there is a madness going on in the market, right? Um, all the companies, all the startup or new age technology company, they are ready to give at any amount of money a talent is looking for. But you are in the market, we Subex are in the market for 3 decades and we have some cost model, right? Suddenly we can't go ahead and bump up our cost. So we'll have to play around with that cost. So we need to ensure that cost is uh, cost effective model we need to run to maintain the talent acquisition, right? So for that, what we are doing, we are particularly focusing on that speed. Speed is that how quickly we do that end-to-end process of recruitment, right? Be it sourcing, screening, interview, offer rollout, and onboarding. That gives you that advantage that if the talent gets onboarded a little faster, right, your training time will get reduced, and then he will directly deploy to the project and your ROI starts, right? If you delay in entire process, then entire process of your getting ROI it's get delayed. So you need to plan such a way that uh, all the requisitions which are open, that has to be closed as earliest as possible, so that the newer requisitions which are coming, that you can focus. Okay, you can't run with backlogs. It's simple mathematics to run talent acquisition right now, I believe that. Secondly, there are to have that cost effective model, we have brought multiple strategies. One of the strategies I would like to highlight is called HTD, which is hire, train, deploy. So we have partners with whom we work to hire engineering graduates from off campus, train them on required training pedagogy which is required by business, and then deploy to business, right? So it's a customized model what we have brought it, and it is going very well for us, right, Priya?
Yeah, I totally agree with your shared point about the velocity that plays a major role in deciding if the candidate is going to stay or not. I totally agree with that. COVID has also opened up a lot of new ways of hiring the talent and a lot of different kind of pools, since the virtual world has diminished the boundaries that we used to have earlier of geographies. So with that, I would like to ask you, what are some of the most prominent challenge organizations face in utilizing the gig economy to its full potential?
So I would like to highlight about India market first. Look, the stability and security of traditional 9 to 5 job is still seen to be superior in India market, right? You will also agree that everybody is looking for that security part of it. So basically, our mind has been trained to think about job stability, benefits, parental leave, so many things, right? So there are ambiguities around the right of gig workers also, and employment relationship. When we started long back in 2016, I believe, right? I have seen that there are a lot of challenges towards compliances to onboard one gig talent, right? There are a lot many challenges. Uh, as a Subex, what we have done, I would like to highlight is that we have started simplifying the process first, right? We worked with the legal team. We ensured that there's a minimal compliance process. Okay, but when I say that minimal compliances, that is towards onboarding, towards payment release, okay, towards their attendance tracking, sick leave, etc., etc. Right. So we have started welcoming gig talents since long back. Since then, there are many roles where we are taking help from gig talents. Okay, and I would like to thanks my legal team, compliance team. They have ensured that minimal documentation, minimal process of um, paperwork which we do for gig workers. That's why they also enjoy to work. Right. Now, if you know some facts, then you know that according to Niti Aayog, right, India's gig economy is going to be 2.35 crore by 2029 and 30. Right. Now, this number is are mostly from informal sector. So there are huge ambiguity on the number itself, right? Now we don't even know that white collar job is in the number wise, that how many numbers are gig worker in this IT industries are available in the market. Okay, and there are no regulation, right, which gives you that proper explanation about your work ethics, work policies, in terms of that how how should you quote your payment to any industry, and what are the ways of getting that payment, Okay, that there are no proper regulations. So I think it's a time that government should intervene, and um, there should be a right set of processes has to be defined so that this gig workers get that first mental satisfaction, and then there's a sense of security that their work will not go vain, and it will give them that result what they're expecting, right, in terms of compensation or in terms of satisfaction, whatever it is, right. But that we need to ensure.
Yeah, I totally agree. Every new thing's first roadblock is the mindset.
Correct.
Yeah. So I would like to ask you my last question on these notes. If you can throw some light on your DE&I agenda.
Okay, so DNI is a continuous journey for Subex. Okay, we are committed to promoting diversity and inclusion with a clear objective of creating an inclusive organization where every Subexian feels belong. Right? We strongly believe that creating and driving a DNI agenda is no longer a HR necessity, but a business imperative. Right? So, besides, our people should reflect the diverse customer we serve. Right? As a global company, we commit to diversity across all countries where we operate in. Right? So basically, that our agenda of DNI is every employee's agenda in this company. It's not longer that management goal that we need to achieve some numbers to it to show it to shareholders or something like that. It's everybody's agenda, right? As an organization, we are committed to recruiting, retaining, and developing highly talented individuals to help achieve our objective of promoting and diversity and inclusive culture. Now, when I say recruiting, retaining, now you can understand that either it is a hiring manager who is a level of like 8 to 10 years experience. Okay, he is equally involved to do that. Okay, like talent acquisition leader like us or CHRO, like we are invested because our carry is towards DNI. We can consider that our carry towards DNI is there, but that manager who is 8 to 10 years experience who is equally involved to do that. Okay, his carry is not involved in DNI, but he is invested because he wants to create that inclusive culture in this company. So that mindset was important, and we are happy that we have developed that mindset through multiple channels, through communication, through awareness, okay, for DNI for over the years. We have specific division of DNI, okay, um, DNI function, which is run by 2 or 3 people, right, who ensure that employing DNI best practices, which are benchmarked with the global reputed companies and institute, who ensures providing an environment of equality and respect for all Subexian, including anybody like gig worker, consultant, contractor, etc. Right? Uh, who also ensure that not discriminating against any individual based on their gender, age, disability, ethnicity, sexual orientation, and other diversity parameters. And who also ensure that building leadership capability by providing equal opportunities for training and development. So all this happens uh, through the help of Subexians. All Subexians are invested on it. Okay, and this is a huge agenda for us, and we are committed towards it.
Thank you, Aziz, for sharing all those points. Subex is doing great when it comes to diversity and inclusion. With that, I would like to thank you for taking out time and coming with us today. Thank you.
Thank you, Priya. Thanks.
Thank you, audience. This is it for today's episode. We will be back with our next episode very soon. Thank you.